Hello, we are Team Two. I'm Chester, as well as Kevin and Emily here. So we're here today to pitch Azure by Microsoft, which is a cloud-based service. We're going to go through all the different things, all the features, but just as a little introduction here, Azure is a cloud-based computing service that is supported and ran by Microsoft's extensive data centers located throughout the country and the world. This computing service will allow you to provision, deploy, develop, build, manage, and test an endless amount of apps and services all on the cloud. So obviously you can see here we have just kind of a queue here of all the services. If you're wondering what does that exactly mean, we'll get into kind of more in layman terms what that means. But essentially it means you can provision resources that typically would be tied to a server, a physical server in one location. You can provision all of those services and IT tools all through this machine that is virtually tied to multiple different database centers. So that gets into another cornerstone feature of Azure is the security and reliability. Like I said before, all these services aren't going to be tied down to one physical place. So typically before cloud services, you would be tying your resources down to one hard drive or data center. With this service, you're tying your resources completely simultaneously to all the servers which are run by Microsoft. This basically gives you the peace of mind knowing that one catastrophic event is not going to take out all of your investment and all of your business's resources that are obviously on the computer and that you use. So you're not going to wake up one day and you're invoicing apps, your websites, your databases, your virtual machines, all the things that you can come and create here, that stuff is not going to disappear because a hurricane came and knocked out a data center for you. So essentially, you can create this IT infrastructure. This allows you to also access all of this as long as you have connection to the internet. So you don't have to go to the same spot because you have to connect to the server that's in the middle and wherever. You can get on your laptop anywhere, connect to the internet, and you have all of your resources available to you. From the entrepreneur to the enterprise size business, Azure has the robustness and sophistication to handle whatever your business needs are. Furthermore, the last cornerstone of Azure is scalability and pay-as-you-go cost structure. In short, no matter the size of your business, Azure will only charge you for what you need and what you use. So you're not going to be paying for anything that you won't be using. And we're going to go over more details on that cost structure, but you're not going to be wasting money running something that you're not using. As well as that, it has the ability to grow in strength in cost and sophistication as your business does. For example, you're an entrepreneur, you start up, you start getting customers, you need more resources, you can provision that. Let's say it slows down, you can scale back down all the way up until you're a large enterprise level business. Azure can stay with you all the way through, which if you're just entering the business world, you have that peace of mind. If you're a large business, you have the peace of mind that this service can support all of your needs. Other than that, I'll pass this off to Kevin here, and he'll go further into more of the services.
All right. When it comes to pricing, Azure offers many different plans and also subscriptions depending on what kind of service you're looking for. Azure is available directly from the Azure website. It offers a pay-as-you-go model, subscription-based service. Allows you to basically pick and choose what services you want to use in your business so you're not using things that you don't necessarily need. These things consist of things such as storage and various different app services, so you're never paying for things you don't use. Different subscriptions Azure offers. As a business subscription, you basically go into the Azure portal and you add Azure to basically an existing enterprise agreement. The next one is if you're working at government organization, you buy Azure, basically the subscription through government licensing provider, and then it's basically certified to meet all security and compliance requirements. Also offers a subscription for nonprofit organizations. Basically gives you $5,000 worth of credit through your subscription a year, and it also offers other discounted services. The fourth subscription it offers is the student subscription, free with STEM learning, gives the students 25 free products and $100 a year in Azure credits. And last but not least, individuals. So you basically get a $200 credit to explore Azure services for 30 days. Azure allows you to pick a support plan that varies on how urgent your issues may be when you may come across those. And the first one would be a developer plan. You get a response time in anywhere from 8 hours to as soon as possible for $29 a month. Standard for getting a response time anywhere within 2 hours for $100. Professional direct plan limits it down to less than an hour for $1,000, and then a premier plan, which is a little bit more expensive, and your response time is within 15 minutes.
With the support plans, as Kevin mentioned, there are multiple different plans and options to choose from, depending on your business support needs and type of business you are involved in. The level of support plans ranges from severity of the case, what kind of tech support is needed, if there is a simple customer service or self-help solution, or depending on the scope of the business, from availability to all Microsoft Azure accounts to production workload environments and business-critical dependents. This also includes which type of business your organization is as well, and like Kevin mentioned with the different types of Azure accounts, there are also support plans available for those such as for government support, overseas support, and more. Going back to the costs of transferring over to Microsoft Azure, it may appear a bit complicated at first. As Kevin mentioned, there is a free trial option to get a taste of all Azure has to offer. However, if you are still feeling uncertain after the trial subscription is over, not sure if the expense will counter the time and cost of startup, consider the resources and time that Azure has the potential to save your company in merging to the platform. Found on the Microsoft Azure website, it states that significant findings of research include a 5-year return on investment of 465%, worth an average of $4.29 million. There was also found that there was a 6-month payback on investment, a 47% reduction in unplanned downtime, 35% reduction in compliance-related penalties, and a 24% increase in productivity for regulatory compliance teams. It also states that Azure helped them better manage spikes in the workload, enabled faster access to and analysis of data during audits, and reduced exposure to risk based on the strong internal controls of Azure. In fact, Microsoft Azure has such a strong platform to ensure greater ROI that, for a personalized look at the return on investment Azure has to offer for your own business, Microsoft offers a total cost of ownership (TCO) calculator. This is offered to get a more accurate and customized look at the money and resources that could be saved for your company specifically. With a TCO calculator, it is as simple as defining your workloads, then adjusting assumptions, and viewing the final report. Microsoft states that the TCO calculator will help estimate the cost savings you can realize by migrating your workloads to Azure. As you can see, there is a strong potential for a great return on your investment. With all of the advantages that Chester mentioned in the beginning, along with the extremely practical cost structure, the return on investment is not only a potential, but probable in all that Azure has to offer for your business. With that said, we encourage you to explore all your options with Azure with a free trial, and we are confident that a switch over to Microsoft Azure would have tremendous returns and advantages for your business.